guys, welcome back. So today's video is not a highly requested video, it's a video I thought I should do what's on my iPhone. Okay, so I've seen these videos pop up on my timeline, I guess because the new iPhones came out, which is really ironic given that I do have the new iPhone. Yeah, I have the iPhone 17 Pro in the color deep blue, and then I have this case from Amazon. I had to get a navy blue case. I upgraded from the iPhone 13 Pro. I'm happy I waited to upgrade. So yeah, we're gonna get into this video. Okay, so this is my phone when I first open it. This is my lock screen, so it's just a collage that I made off of Canva. This is kind of like a summary of my vision board, so I just kind of put everything that I want from me in this new year. And then I just have like a reminders widget, the weather, and alarm. So when you open my phone, ooh, my phone's going dead. Okay, this is what my phone looks like when you open it. So I have all the Apple apps, and then I have a Bible widget right in the middle. The verse of the day, I usually have it like on the sidebar, but I decided to put it on my home screen because I think it's just a little bit more useful there. So I have calendar, mail, photos, camera, FaceTime, Google Maps, weather, clock. At the bottom I have this folder called Essentials, Find My, Reminders, Wallet, Notes, Safari. I have this folder with Apple apps inside that I don't use too often, and then I have App Store settings. Life 360 is a tracking app, motivation, MTA, and music. So those are like kind of more essential apps. I use Apple Music all the time. It's one of the music apps that I'm using currently. And at the bottom I have phone, Google. I do prefer Google over Safari. Messages, and then I have the Bible app. So that is my first page. Kind of very simple. So when you slide over, this is what this page looks like. This is my like page that I'm always on. So I have a Pinterest widget at the top which circles through my city board. So this is just like everything that has to do with New York City. I do live in New York City, but I just love Manhattan for some reason. And then I have another widget with like a bunch of sneakers. I hope to get each pair of these, yes guys. And my background is just like a photo that I got off of Pinterest of like the city and everything. I kind of tried to do like a city themed kind of like interior, I guess you can say. So at the top I have Instagram. I put it very at the top, so it'd be hard for me to like reach up there to click it. I find myself just clicking it every second, and I leave out in a second, and I'm clicking it again and then leaving out, and then it's annoying. But that's Instagram there. I use it here and there for like keeping up with friends and stuff. Chill. I have a utilities folder with just like a bunch of utilities at the top that I don't really use, and then I have calculator, watch, and files, and then I have Pinterest, which is one of my favorite apps. I was just in here, but you guys can see this is my Pinterest. I like Pinterest. I think it's so cool. It's one of the apps that I'm on a lot, just scrolling, saving, and stuff. And then I have this folder with just this heart. My phone has been set up like this for a long time, guys, so if it's like a little bit unorganized, I am sorry. And here I have YouTube, Disney Plus, Snapchat, and Netflix. These are just like kind of entertainment apps. YouTube, Netflix, Disney Plus. I love watching videos and things, movies, TV shows. I usually watch on my actual TV though. And then I have Snapchat, keep up with like memories and stuff, shrieks, not too much, guys. And then I have this folder with like all my education apps. It's just a bunch of emojis related to like education and studying. I'm graduating very soon, so I have that cap right there, one of my goals. So I have Google Docs, Jupyter Classroom, X2 Vol, and Soundcore Set. This is everything that I use for school, grades. Soundcore Set is for my flute, just everything like that, keeping up. It's good for easy access. I have Gmail for all my emails. I am so sorry, guys, for all the email. I'm sorry. I have Spotify, which is my secondary music app. It used to be my first, but if you're like, I want to expand my music taste, definitely start using Spotify. I think it's a really good way to expand your taste. It really helped me. This is my A1 playlist. It's the playlist I usually use all the time, and then I have like all my rest. I'm like a multi-genre listener. And I have TikTok, which is one of my favorite apps. I love TikTok. It's the best. It's really bad that I doom scroll, but I do. Okay, so then I have this folder, the last folder on here, which is #sneakers. I wanted my phone to have a little bit of swag, y'all. So in here I have this is my secondary app that I use, or like my secondary place that I get my sneakers if I can't get them on retail. So I get them on resale. I have Hibbit, Foot Locker, and sneakers. These are just everything. Nike sneakers app has done me wrong though. I'm not gonna even lie. Like, there's been too many times I try to get a new sneaker and it's talking about some, you didn't get it, it's sold out. You played, but it's okay. Okay, so on the next page is where the rest of my apps are, so I just kind of put them into folders and stuff like that. So I have this first folder with like an 8-ball. So in here I have all my games that I play. I'm not gonna name all of them because it's a lot in here, but trust me, I do be playing games. Like, I'm not gonna even lie. Like, okay, if I'm not scrolling on Pinterest, I'm not on TikTok, if I'm not on Instagram, I'm playing a game. Like, it's just, I love playing games. These are all my games to get, so y'all can take a look. I'm not gonna name everyone. I do be on Block Blast a lot though. That's like my game, my go-to. I love Block Blast. I have lifestyle in here. I have Steps, Uber, Substack, and All Trails. This is like everything to do with lifestyle. Steps app and then All Trails is kind of like what I use when I'm walking on trails and everything like that. I have Uber, and then I have Substack, which is kind of like a Pinterest, but more for like reading. I prefer reading, but when it's something that I actually enjoy reading, like when I like the topic. So this is what Substack is, kind of helped me read a little bit more articles and stuff like that. And then out of there, I have this folder with like a flower bouquet. So in here, I just have some shopping apps. So I have McDonald's, which is, it's bad that I'm always eating McDonald's, but the app is there for a reason. Yeah, guys. I have Nike, Target. I'm always in Target, so I'm like, I need to download the app. Amazon, Tea Life, and then Shein. Then I have another folder called Get Fly. I just named it that, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. So I have Depop. I want to start selling and ordering on there. I see people finding some good things on there, so I'm like, I need to start doing that. I have Fashion Nova, JD, and then StockX. Those two apps are sneaker apps. And then Fashion Nova, I do love Fashion Nova. I think they're really cool. So out of there, the apps that are like out, I have an MCU. This is like my banking app. I have Notion. I want to start using that more. I usually use it on my computer though. I have Lightroom, which is how I like kind of like change the exposure on photos, kind of like give my photos like a professional type of vibe. And then I have Dazcam, which is like a filter app. So the next folder we have here is just like named with a camera. So I have Canva. I love Canva. I love making collages, graphics. It's like one of my hobbies that I love to do. I have Mini Link, which connects to my Instamax printer, Widgetsmith, Clora, 1 Second Every Day, Fonto, CapCut, YouTube Studio. Those 3 apps I use for YouTube editing and like everything like that. Mini Link, I recommend. Okay, I'd get the Instamax printer if you're like, if you want to go for like a Polaroid vibe, but you couldn't get the photo on your Polaroid camera. That's what I use this for. Like, I print out, I'm gonna show y'all, maybe insert a photo. It's not fully done, but I want to make my own Polaroid wall, so I'm using my Instamax printer for that. And then I have this folder called Productive. So in here I have Big Future School. That's like for SAT grades and everything. I have Drive, Quizlet. Quizlet has saved me so many times for like last minute vocabulary review. Yeah. Goth Math. Y'all, I be using this to check my answers rather than get the answers. Like, not too much. I have Dailyo, Focus Flight, and then Dolphin. Dolphin, I saw this like an ad on TikTok, and it like helps you prepare for the SAT, so I'm gonna be using that more often. Then I have the next folder, which is like named with an email. I don't know, y'all. In here I have VPN Super. This is how I use different apps on my school Wi-Fi. I have Clue, Scootel. Scootel is my app from Puerto Rico. This was my scooter service. I love Scootel. Let me know if y'all know Scootel if you went to Puerto Rico. Okay, I love Scootel. And then I have WhatsApp, which is like a messaging app. Then the last folder, last but not least, we got Eats. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I have Starbucks. I go to Starbucks one too many times not to be scanning this. Like, I need to start pulling this out and just scanning. I have Grubhub, which is one of my food delivery apps. Dunkin', I love mobile ordering. I just feel so good when I mobile order. Like, I just be mobile ordering and then I walk in. Yep, that's my walk out and peace. Like, I just love mobile ordering. I love the walk up option. All right, and then I have DoorDash, which is another food delivery. So that is everything that is on my phone, but that is what's on my phone. I hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And yes, so if you guys want to see like more phone content, I guess let me know. And that is it. Bye guys.